Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another OU Live. I, of course, am PokeaimMD, and today we're going to be taking on the OU Ladder with this Mega Camera Up team that Jamvad posted in a paste spin. I like to think I had some sort of influence in that paste spin being posted. And it was really cool as Diggersby, Doublade, and Polion, so some really unique mons and some fun stuff, and I definitely wanted to use it. If you guys would actually like to pick up the Dropper Draco socks, I just want to make sure you know that there's only a day and a half left, so a day and a couple hours actually. To pick them up by the time this goes up. So the link is down below in the description. After that, they'll be gone forever. But in any case, let's just look for a game. As we got one. What is... I'm Pokeaim! Why am I yelling in my name? Huh? That's mod join on / timer on. Come on! Stop changing these things. Whatever. Thank you, friend. Why do they keep doing that? Stop. Zarel. We use this for Pokemon Showdown. Anyway, very weak to Camel. He does not appreciate switching into that thing at all. I actually just want to lead off with my opponent though because I am Shookaberry, and I think my opponent would lead off with... Basically, if he leads off with Lucario, I have Tangrowth and Doublade to deal with it. If it leads off with Gardevoir, Empoleon's a great lead. I can definitely see myself sweeping late game with Doublade if I play that well. Also, if we had Trick Room on the team, Camera Up would just straight up 6-0. But whenever Camera Up comes in, my opponent has a hard time just dealing with it in general. And I do need to be careful around Talonflame though. So unfortunately, leads off with Ferrothorn. I want to take this as an opportunity to get my Stealth Rock. I don't think they can damage me too much, and at least Stealth Rock pressure the Talonflame and force him to defog. I can see him going for Leech Seed, as unfortunately my opponent is going to miss right there, and I can go hard into Tangrowth on the next Leech Seed. And HP Fire is so obvious, I'm just going to go for... Well, then again, Knockoff is such a good play too. Yeah, I'm going for Knockoff right here. I really wanted to go for the Sleep Powder, but Knockoff is just so tempting as it does hit Latios as well. But Gardevoir is now extremely low. I'm going to take this opportunity to go out into my Empoleon as he doubles out to Landorus. Very solid play on my opponent's part. However, I think this worked out more for me than it did for my opponent because I am Shookaberry and I can go right for the Ice Beam, eating up his attack and knocking him out. So as you can see, Shookaberry is going to activate right there, and Ice Beam is able to get rid of Landorus, and that also opens up the door for Diggersby just to spam attacks. Actually, next time I send out Diggersby, I'm just clicking Fire Punch. There's no reason not to. So Landorus is 100% gone. That could have been a Stealth Rocker. I don't know if that was offensive Earthquake. It did a lot through the Shookaberry, but I don't think it did enough to say that that's like Jolly Max attack or Adamant Max. But in any case, with Landorus being gone, less of a threat to deal with. If Lucario wants to come out, I don't know if it's special or physical. Kind of weak to Weavile, so I assume it's special. And if that's the case, it's a threat. I think I'm just going to go Doublade as he doubles into Talonflame. Alright, so it might be physical. Scary for me, but not the worst that could happen. I definitely think Empoleon is the correct play because not only does it take a Will-O-Wisp if he wants to go for that, but it also resists the Brave Bird and can throw off Scalds, and he cannot roost up on me. So I'm just going to throw off a Scald right here. If he wants to roost, that's fine. Brave Bird would not be able to knock me out, and we're going to be able to potentially get off a burn on Ferrothorn. I feel like with my luck this game, we will get a burn too. Oh, no. But I still do save my Empoleon as fodder, and I can go right out into my Tangrowth. It's a pretty safe play, to say the least. Also, if he doubles out into Talonflame, I have no problem going for the Sleep Powder, because if he does Brave Bird me, he'll go down to Rocky Helmet, and I can put him to sleep. So, doubles out into Latios. However, and that's something I do have an issue with. You know what? I'll let him drop a Draco. I'm going to go for Sleep Powder, expecting a defog. Because Talonflame is like at 2%. As he actually doubles out into Ferrothorn. So, I think he expected my Empoleon right there. Basically, I think my opponent, if he went for defog, I got off a Sleep Powder, and I was in such a way better position than him. But I can safely click Knockoff, just get rid of this thing's leftovers. I do have the HP Fire, which hasn't been shown. It's actually Cursed Ferrothorn. Ooh. But that doesn't matter because I do have the HP Fire, which will be able to 2-hit KO. Or be close to a 2-hit KO. Yep. As he Leech Seeds me, does absolutely nothing. I'll just go for Sleep Powder because this does potentially hit Latios or Gardevoir or not Lucario. Not that Lucario would come in, but I think just give him, one, I don't take anything from Power Ball anyway, and two, it just also gives me that chance to hit the Latios upon switching. So I'm going to go for Sleep Powder again. I don't mind my Tangrowth being low. I do have Regenerator, so I really don't care. I also checked the team before I imported it, as he goes for Curse. Okay, well, now I'll go for the HP Fire then, okay. As my opponent switches out into Gardevoir, he also did trace my Regenerator, which is really cool, but now very prone to being swept by Quick Attack, and even my Doublade just puts in work. So, does Mega, which means he won't get back that Regenerator. I can sack my Empoleon. Tough turn for me, because I really want to go out to Camerupt and just go for Earth Power. But then I'm more scared of Talonflame. Actually, I'm not too worried about Talonflame, yeah. I'm going to go out to Camerupt and just click Earth Power right here. Then again, Flamethrower hits everything the same. Yeah, we'll just go for... I want to go for Fire Blast, to be honest. But we're going to go for Flamethrower, because Flamethrower gets a kill. It knocks out Talonflame, it hits the Latios. If we don't necessarily knock out Gardevoir, I do have Healing Wish in the back anyway. And while I am worried about Talonflame as well, Flamethrower just hits everything. I kind of expect him to sack Ferrothorn anyway, as he goes Latios, so it allows Latios to take this hit, and that will be a 2-hit KO easily, as we unfortunately get a crit on him. I'm going to force him to drop a Draco on me or go for Defog. Had he Dracoed right there, I SD'd up with my Doublade and I won the game. But either way, I was able to get rid of Latios. Like I said, I was in a position to win the game once he attacked me, if he attacked me right there. So, able to knock out Latios with a second Flamethrower. The crit didn't matter. I would have went for Fire Blast if anything, but Gardevoir is going to come out. I think you actually tank this. I'm going to go for Fire Blast just in case it tanks this. Then again, Fire Blast did have the chance to miss, but we don't miss around here. So Gardevoir is down. Camerupt putting the team on his back. Same thing with Empoleon. I love it. As Lucario is going to come out, and we just want to prevent this thing from going for a setup move. So we're going to go right for the Flamethrower right there. And we can just go right out to Doublade and just set up an SD and just go for game. So that should be game right now. Talonflame is going to come out. We do indeed knock it out with the Shadow Sneak before it roosts. So we're able to knock that thing out. This thing has 350 attack. There was no way we were not knocking it out. And Doublade is just going to be able to win the game right here. I can just go right for Shadow Claw, unless it has Bite. It won't be able to flinch me. Crunch is like the only attack, but Shadow Claw will be able to knock it out. And his last mon is obviously that Ferrothorn, which will go down. So we pretty much set it up for the Blade to win. Every single time he had Lottie in, the main reasons I actually saw this from JamVed, so I just pretty much stole what he did. But I also recognized that just based on the build of the team. But basically, I put my opponent in a position where, had he ever Dracoed, I was in a better position to win. I don't know why I'm screaming Pokeaim with my name, but we're going to pause it, guys, until we find another battle, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, so we have another battle, and very, very scary team. Mainly because Manaphy just, like, threatens the hell out of me, like, immediately. And the fact that my opponent has Magnezone as well. I'm actually just going to lead off with Empoleon, because while the opponent does choose to lead off with Magnezone, we live a hit. Hopefully it's not Specs, actually. Specs, well, we're max Podes, so we might actually be able to live Specs as well. I'm really hoping he goes for Volt Switch right here over everything else, but I really, really want Rocks Up for Lopunny, for Manaphy. We do tank that hit. Alternatively, I could have went for Scald right there, but this does give us a switch into my Camerupt right here. So I'm very scared of Manaphy. However, now Camerupt is out. I could just go for Earth Power. I really want to go for Flamethrower, actually, but would he go Landorus? That's such a poor play. I'm going for Fire Blast. We're just going to go for Fire Blast. If my opponent chooses to go for to Landorus, he'll be punished for that. If he goes Ozu, I do have a switch in being Tangrowth. I do not risk Manaphy here. That's such a poor play. It's your best Pokemon on the team to deal with me. Like, effectively. I'm running Latias over Latios. Like, if anything, you sack Magnezone because it does nothing. Or you go Ozu. But do not make the Landorus play. Or do not make the Manaphy play either. He does go Tyranitar. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Tyranitar coming out. Definitely okay with T-Tar coming out. That did nothing. I'm actually going to go for double Fire Blast. I think that's Scarftar. I'm going to go for double Fire Blast, expecting Landorus to want to come out. Maybe this is giving my opponent a little bit too much credit, but I really do expect Landorus to want to come out to get up rocks right here and also threaten me with the Earthquake. as he just goes for crunch. Yeah, so I think I was just giving my opponent a little bit too much credit right there. As I can now just go right out to Tangrowth. I want to do it again. But Tangrowth is the play. And we're just weakening Tar as well. Goes for the Stone Edge and misses. We take those, and I can just go right for Sleep Powder. I'm assuming this is Stealth Rocking then? It might be Stealth Rock then if Landorus might be Scarf. If Landorus is Scarf, I think it makes it easier to deal with as well. And this is Ice Beam. Great. So we do thankfully land the Sleep Powder right there. As I think now I just want to go out to Diggersby, get my regen so I can deal with Lopunny a bit better. And this also allows me to deal with the Magnezone as well. He does choose to go Landorus. So I get off a return right here unless he has Superpower. And he has leftovers. So he's defensive, plus defensive teacher. Okay. Well, I get off a frustration right now. And that will 2-hit KO everything on the team. I'm great with my opponent sacking Landorus. I need to get rid of Lopunny though if I want to potentially do anything with my Doublade. But we're just gonna go for the double frustration right now. I think this is Scarf, but it doesn't knock me out with Flash Cannon. If it's not Scarf, it's fine anyway. And it will be a 2-hit KO regardless. Actually, that looks like HP invested because I did 49%. And I would think it would do more to Scarf Magnezone, so definitely looks like some sort of HP investment. Let's see how my opponent chooses to react. I'm hoping he doubles back out on Landorus and allows me to weaken it. But if I was my opponent, I'd just sack Magnezone. Yeah, because it doesn't do anything for him. And his other resistance to normal is already asleep. It hasn't burnt any turns at all, and it will be 2-hit KO'd by this. Yeah, so he is Scarf. We're going to be able to knock it out with the next frustration. And assuming Lopunny is going to want to come out now to go for high jump kick. Doesn't have a reason not to. We do have to weaken that though. Manaphy could also come out. The great thing about Tyranitar being asleep is that Latios, I was trying to say Latios and stopping myself at the same time. Latios doesn't have to worry about being put to sleep. This is going to be a tough one. I do need to save my quick attack though for Lopunny and for Manaphy. He goes Landorus though. So this does give me the opportunity to go right back on a Tangrowth. I would hit it normally with the... Yeah, I'm actually going to go for frustration and weaken this. I think I'm going to take that over. I don't want him to be dual dance as well. I doubt he'd be dual dance, but I want to weaken him, especially because he's leftovers and not Rocky Helmet, to the point where Doublade can put in a little bit of work. I need the quick attack on this, but I feel like he's not going for Earthquake here. If anything, he's going for Stealth Rock. Yep. And that's in range to be 2-hit KO'd, so I can go for frustration again. Nice, nice, nice. Choice Bandit Diggersby does not care at all. Go out to Manaphy now. Manaphy would be the play. Go Manaphy right now. Or you can sack this as we get a lower roll, unfortunately, and we lose out on our... we unfortunately lose out on our Mon right here. I'm actually going to make the double out into Tangrowth. Excuse me, into my camera up just to get the regen back. I don't care if he goes for Earthquake or Knockoff right here. Excuse me, camera up. Camera up doesn't do anything versus the majority of my opponent's team. Beat. So I'd rather just sack this, and if he does go for Hidden Power Ice, okay, or U-turn, we tank the hit. And even though camera up still doesn't do anything, I'm actually going to double out into Latias. Because now, seeing as how he's HP Ice over anything else, I want to save this for fodder. As he goes for the U-turn. What is this set? Why is he mono not touching birds? As Lopunny is going to come out. We still do have the sack of the save of Tangrowth. So like Tangrowth is just very, very good right here. As he goes right for the fake out. Going to be taking all that extra damage. And we can just safely click Giga Drain right here. Giga Drain will be able to knock out the Landorus and beat down the... beat down the Manaphy as well. So we're just going to Giga Drain this again. Tangrowth is still very, very useful in dealing with Azumarill, Landorus. He does recognize that that Pokemon is necessary. Is he a Salt Vest? Good lord, that did nothing. Why is he a Salt Vest? I'm just going to play out the sleep turns. I actually can't beat this thing if it's Assault Vest, good lord. But he doubles down to Landorus. I don't... Alright, well, I get my regen then. We're good there. Weird turn, very, very weird turn. We're gonna throw a flamethrower though. If he earthquakes, so be it. Yeah, so be it. I'm not sure why he made that switch. I can't really. I'm trying to explain my opponent's plays, but I'm not sure at all. I really am not. And we'll just go out to the Doublade to revenge kill him. I don't want to let take let Latias take another extra hit. But Shadow Sneak will be able to revenge kill Landorus at 15%. If he wants to go out to Lopunny, he has to high jump kick, and that can attack my 1-1. We live that, so he can miss. See, I'm kind of tempted to go for the Iron Head right here, but the way my opponent's been playing, I didn't really want to predict the Lopunny right there. But Landorus is finally gone. Really interesting, few turns that we had here. We're going hard into Lottie. I think that's the only play. Yeah, that's the only play. I can't let this thing tail glow up. Thing is, Lottie's only useful for revenge killing Manaphy. Yeah, I gotta make the Lottie play. If he tail goes up, the Lottie play was the right play. If he goes for Ice Beam, then I lose Lottie, unfortunately. I don't know. I have no idea what my opponent's gonna do. He might just Ice Beam right here. Because I need all three of these Pokemon to win. I need Latias because it deals with Manaphy effectively. So do I Shadow Claw here on a potential Ice Beam and then swap out into Latias on a Scald? Tough turn. Yeah, I'm just going to take the play. If the Ice Beam, so be it. Yeah, he does Tail Glow. Alright. The thing is, this isn't going to do enough. Like, I'm definitely not going to do enough right here. Unless I crit him. Yeah, I think I actually have to crit him in order to win. And my opponent acknowledges that, so he goes out into Tyranitar. However, I do miss. This does open up a door. Stay asleep. Threat. Stay asleep. I think you just go right for Iron Head right here. He does have the option or the chance to wake up and go for the crunch right now. It would be unfortunate, but it wouldn't be the end. I think Manaphy just wins. To be honest, like a team is a little bit. It depends on like the team itself. But the Magnezone lead. The Magnezone lead just really put me in the back. Like I would have doubled around maybe a bit. But he does sack the Lopunny to the Iron Head. Okay, so maybe we might have a chance again, guys. We might have a chance again. We might actually have a chance because he just sacked Lopunny. So we do Shadow Claw here. We 100% Shadow Claw here to keep Manaphy low. Why did he sack Lopunny? I don't know why he sacked Lopunny, but he sacked Lopunny. There was no way I wasn't going for Iron Head there. I wasn't SDing up either. I don't know why he sacked Lopunny. But he does go for Tail Glow. Shadow Claw is going to do a lot. I repeat, a lot. A hell of a lot, one might say. And we could just Shadow Sneak here. As we go down to Scald. I'm hoping he's Mono Scald, actually. As now we get to go out to Lottie. And drop a Draco. Or do I Healing Wish? Excuse me, do I Defog? No, because I died of Sand. If I was at 7%, I might Defog on the Tyranitar switch. And then drop a Draco. I'm hoping he's actually not Ice Beam. Okay, let's say he switches out, right? Into Tyranitar. If he's not Ice Beam, then Tangrowth wins. I don't know if he's actually Ice Beam. Because he does have, like, this Assault Vest Tyranitar. He might not actually be Ice Beam. But Shadow Claw into Shadow Sneak definitely putting this guy in range. It also depends on when Tyranitar wakes up. It could wake up very, very soon. I don't even know if my Life Orb Draco will do 27, like 20 whatever percent to this thing. It's crazy. Well, actually no. I'm silly. I'm silly. It takes 12 upon switching. So goes Azu. I have one play and that's the Healing Wish, but he goes for the Aqua Jet, as I can now just go out to Tangrowth and just click Giga Drain. I'm really hoping he's not Ice Beam Manaphy. I don't understand my opponent's series of plays, but I'm really hoping he's not Ice Beam Manaphy. He does go for the knockoff, but I don't think that matters. Yeah, okay. So I think it comes down to if he's Ice Beam Manaphy or not. Because if he's not, then I will be able to knock out Manaphy And the Tyranitar should go down to Giga Drain at 23% when it comes in. If Tyranitar wakes up right here, it's all over, obviously. But I'm hoping it doesn't, as it does not. And we are able to not knock it out. That's a crit, yo. It's max Spadef Assault. Oh, God, it's over. Yeah, it's going to wake up right here and go for the Ice Beam. Alright, so I think it comes down to, is this Manaphy Ice Beam or not? If it is Ice Beam, then he should just put out to Manaphy first, to be honest. But I think it might be, I have no idea. I think it might be Tail Glow Rain Dance, but he is Psychic. That's not enough to knock me out. And Tangrowth is, I don't know what the hell happened in this game, guys, but we were somehow able to win. Obviously, we got like the max sleep turns on the Tyranitar, but then just the game itself, I don't know what happened. The Lopunny sack, my opponent put himself in position to lose to Tangrowth had he been asleep. If he had kept Lopunny alive, he always had something to outspeed Latios, excuse me, and also hit my Doublade with high jump kick. But we ended up winning that game, so I'm going to pause it, guys, until we find another one. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, so we have found another game versus the Lone Ranger, and I can see you're using a Jambat team, too. Ah, I made this. He stole it. SC Doublade definitely is my best shot at winning. I'm going to lead off with Empoleon because it deals with a Landorus lead, which is super common. Unfortunately, he decides to lead off with the one counter to my entire team. Where is my switch? Where is my switch? The thing is, he could also just go for the Earth Power here if he want. I don't know if he's special or physical. Damn. I need a Weaken Cure him, obviously. I can't go Camera Up, though. I need that for Scizor. I'm weak to Scizor. I'm just going to make the Latias play. I'm going to attempt to go Lati. If he goes for Ice Beam here, he gets me turn 1, and I lose Lati. But I don't feel like I have another play. He does go right for Fusion Bolt. Great. I don't care that he has Clef. I am dropping a Draco. I do not care that Clef can come out. If anything, Clef just gives me the switch into my, that might be Scarf Kyurem as well. Clef gives me the switch into my Empoleon. I'm actually thinking about double Dracoing because I do have Empoleon. And also Camerupt as 2 potential switch-ins. But I'm not man enough to make the play. I'm just going to go Empoleon. Yep, there's a double. It's into Starmie though, so that's not too big of a deal. Draco would not have knocked out Starmie anyway, unless it was offensive. I guess if it was offensive, it would have been a big deal. But we will be able to get up our Stealth Rock right here, as he does not burn me, thankfully. And I'll go for Toxic to wear him down a bit. He's trying to predict my Doublade, which makes sense. But I can just spam Scald right now. If he wants to Rapid Spin, that's fine. I'm not going to Doublade, even though I do have Healing Wish, because I rather weaken Starmie a bit to the point where +2 Shadow Sneak knocks it out, or Earth Power 100% knocks it out, or Fire Blast, and then just be able to get my Stealth Rock right now. Because he won't be able to beat me 1v1. Not for long, anyway. So, how much did that do last time? I do not want to switch into my Latias. I just want to throw off a Scald. I'll let him Fusion Bolt me and knock me out potentially. If he does go for Dragon Claw though, we will be able to get off a Scald on this thing. I just don't have a switch-in. I really don't have a switch-in. I can't risk the Ice Beam either. I'll just throw off a Scald, hoping to catch. Like, I would love to be able to use my Sugar Berry and deal with Landorus, but it's just, I use Beatdown on the Bronx Vertex. I know this thing is ridiculous to deal with. Either way, we can now go out to Camerupt. We will be able to live the Earth Power. And I think just Fire Blast is the play. Honestly thinking Fire Blast is just the best play. It just nukes everything. We do live 1 Earth Power, and whether or not this thing is actually not, I think it's Scarf, just based on the way it's being played. But if it's not Scarf, either way, this Fire Blast is just going to nuke something. Clef, if you want to come out, you'll be 2-hit KO'd. We'll keep Rocks up for the remainder of the game. He actually goes Lander, so I'm glad I did not go for the... I really hope this hits. I'm glad I didn't go for Earth Power right there, as we do connect, and Landorus goes clean down. That's Modest Sheer Force boosted. That's Rocks gone. Starmie is going to come out. We tank 1 Scald. I'm going for Earth Power, as he actually goes for Recover. And we do a hell of a lot one more time. And we're just going for Earth Power again, because we do tank 1 Scald. What? I know it's 4 times effective, but what? I swear we tanked that. I mean, either way, Doublade is now in, and Doublade is like my main way of beating through my opponent's team, because I can easily Shadow Sneak and keep Rocks up. And I guess Doublade is going to be the Pokemon that wins me this game. But still, The fact that we didn't tank that Scald is odd to me. You might be saying, Joey, it's 4 times effective. Yeah, I know, but it's Mega Camera, guys. I think it's 144 that Jam had. 144. Oh, I 100% Elcos? What the hell? Is it 252 that I was thinking about? Yeah, it's probably 252, and I probably lived it once on like a super low roll. You saw that. I probably got like a 97. But we can go Tangrowth right here on the knockoff. Very good bluff on my opponent's part. However, I'm gonna double right back on the Doublade. I want a Sleep Powder here so badly. I'm going Doublade. He can't touch me. He can't touch me. He can't. I can just Swords Dance here. Yep, that's his best hit to hit. That's his best attack to hit me. I could just Shadow Claw. Because I can always Healing Wish this thing back up. And that's the important part. So Conkeldurr is gone. Clef. Kieran Black is out. You Earth Powering or Fusion Bolting? Either way, we're going Tangrowth. I think he's Scarf Kieran. I honestly do. He could be Assault Vest, but we're going for Sleep Powder right here. If he throws off an Ice Beam, so be it. But I think he is Scarf Kieran, as he does go out to Clef. And we'll be able to knock this thing off as well. Getting rid of his item. And now what we can do is go right out to Diggersby and shake the ground. Like literally. Literally shake the ground. Or do we actually? I think we go for Quick Attack here to put him in range of Rocks and Shadow Sneak, yeah. Unfortunately, I definitely wanted to cape that, but the double into Kyurem just forced my hand, and I have to go for Shadow Sneak now. Knock out Kyurem, and then SD Scizor can potentially come through, but it really depends on his set, because I do have the Tangrowth, and I do have the HP Fire. If he's Bug Bite, so be it, because he doesn't knock us out, and HP Fire will be able to come through. It forces him to attack us. He's definitely defensive as well, as we are able to live that and just go for Shadow Sneak right here to pick him off. Did Clef ever burn any turns of sleep? It did. But we'll Iron Head here. Hey, and I don't think he was Flamethrower. Oh, he could have been, but we'll be able to knock him out with the Shadow Sneak, and that's going to be a good game. So Doublade really proving its worth right there. I think there were also opportunities where I could have Healing Wish, but the double into Kyurem really threw me off that one turn. Because he did it so early. I expected that to happen later after I Healing Wished up, but he did that so early, and that definitely put me in the position to potentially lose. But thank you for watching this part, and we're going to pause it. Act like I was going to end it. We're going to pause it, guys. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have another battle, and I very, very much love Tangrowth in this matchup. It deals with Crawdaunt, can Sleep Powder Reuniclus, my boy Hard Body. Remember when you hide rooms but it doesn't matter? What happened to Mod Join? The good old days. I can deal with Metagross as well and put Clef to sleep. I'm actually going to be leading off with my Empoleon, however. I'm going to ignore Spectators, as it leads off with his Crawdaunt. And I hate the fact that I have to let my Tangrowth be knocked off right now, but I don't have another play. That looks to be Life Orb or Banded. I think that might be Banded, yep. And what I can do is just go right for Sleep Powder. Nothing on his team wants to take a Sleep Powder. Alternatively, I could go for my own knockoff to knock off what is more than likely an Assault Vest on Tornadus. However, the thing is, his team is so slow that if I put Tornadus to sleep, when I bring in Diggersby, I get to click return and knock something out. And that's what I like about that. His next knockoff won't be able to knock me out. Really hoping I hit this next hit. Or I land this next hit, excuse me. Really hoping I hit this next hit. Yeah. You guys who's been subscribed to me for a while, you already know I'm not... The way I talk is, I think too fast sometimes. While we're waiting, Crabsino, I like his nickname. If you guys, again, just a reminder, if you want to pick up the Drop a Draco socks, the link to them is down below. It's the top line in the description. Again, they're only available for a few more days. Metagross is my opponent's play of choice, however, and we're just going to go for knockoff right here. If he wants to go out to Torn, because we'll be able to get rid of its Assault Vest, which means that Camo no longer has a switch in. Also, the fact that he's Assault Vest means that he probably doesn't have a good hit to hit my Empoleon with. Like, knockoff into Superpower won't be able to knock me out. And Crawdon is out, but rocks, man. I do live a knockoff. I'm positive. I live one. Empoleon. I'm positive I live one knockoff. Crawdon. Choice Band. Never mind. This dies. Alright. I very much like Camo in this matchup, but I feel like it gives Clef and Reuniclus Combines. I'm just going to sack my Camo right here to the knockoff. That way I can bring in my Diggersby and pick up my kill. Metagross being asleep means he does not have a switch into Frustration. So, we'll play with fire right here. You want to play with your Crawdon? I'll play with my Diggersby. I'm completely fine with that. Metagross being asleep, again, means that I am 2 KOing something right now. So, he's in the same position as me. He's actually in the same position as me. I need rocks up as quickly as possible. I would double, but I don't think there's a point. But again, Choice Banded, Frustration. Rotom 2 KO'd, Clef 2 KO'd, Reuniclus 2 KO'd, Tornadus dead. Metagross probably 3 KO'd or close. If I get a crit on the first one, it will be a 2 KO. But again, he doesn't appreciate switching into this. He might just make the Rotom play. I would go Metagross if I was him. However, that means that when I bring in Tangrowth, if Metagross does manage to go down, that means I get to collect Sleep Powder again. And you know what that means. Diggersby has fun. So Clefable is my opponent's play of choice, and that will easily be 2 KO'd by this. We don't have to worry about being swept by this thing later. Goodbye! Alright, so we don't gotta worry about that monster. Crawdon is gonna come out. I feel like because he's a ladder player, he'll make the knockoff play, but I'm gonna go Empoleon anyway. On the knock. Yeah. Yeah, I knew because he was a ladder player he made that play. I just didn't capitalize on it. So no rocks this game, but again, we just pick up our kill no matter what my opponent wants to do. Reuniclus will be 2 KO'd, Rotom will be 2 KO'd. Metagross is going to take a crap load anyway. So we're going to... What we're basically trying to do by getting rid of Crawdon is trying to sweep with our Doublade. I don't think risking this here is the play. We're going to Lottie. Lottie does the least this game. And we do knock him out with Surf, so we'll be able to do that. Like I said, Lottie does the absolute least. I can't risk going out into anything else right there. As Reuniclus does come out. It does give me the opportunity to drop a Draco, which I will go for. At least forcing the recover on this Reuniclus. As he combines up. I don't think that was the play to make. Because I'm pretty sure the second Draco does knock him out. As Torn decides to come out. We're going to sweep this guy with Quick Attack now. Yeah, we'll just let him... We'll just let him weaken me. Yeah, we're very much looking to sweep this guy with the Quick Attack right now. And Reuniclus is low enough to the point where Giga Drain knocks it out. So again... He's very much looking to be swept by Tangrowth as well. Crawdon is my opponent's play of choice. We're harding right into our Tangrowth right here. We're actually going to double in Diggersby, predicting Tornadus to want to come out because we can kill that thing with the Quick Attack. Which is what we are going to do. Alright, Reuniclus goes down, so that's one less sack that my opponent does have. But this does allow him to burn me with Rotom. Excuse me, if he wants to do that. He should do that. Yeah. We'll just Giga Drain on his Volt Switch. It's going to be a tough game. He chooses to stay in, however. So... He allows me to get off a nasty hit on him. I don't agree with that play at all. We're actually going to make the Diggersby play on his Volt Switch. Only because he made that last play. I would not have made this play if he didn't make that last play. And now I can go for frustration, forcing him to sack his Mega Metagross, and that means we get to go for Sleep Powder next time we bring in something. Beautiful, beautiful. So my opponent made an unnecessary play, and I was able to capitalize on that and get a kill. So Crawdon comes out. We gotta go Tangrowth here. Yep. I don't want to go for Sleep Powder because I'm assuming his Rotom Wash is coming in. So I'm going to go for Giga Drain on the Rotom Wash. He's trying to sack it to the Sleep Powder. Able to knock that thing out. And now we should be winning this game. We should be winning this game. I think we sacked the Doublade here. Because then we go out to Diggersby and get our kill. Yep, that's the play. I think his only way of winning is him confusing us to death, so. Yeah, I'm actually just going to go for the Shadow Sneak as well, just to weaken him a bit. Because now I can go out into my, my Diggersby dough. And I 2 KO everything. And by me going for the reason I'm going for Quick Attack, by the way, over Frustration is because I don't want to take an unnecessary U-turn damage. And Bandit Quick Attack, I'll show you the calcs, but it should definitely be able to pick this thing off, as well as or Jolly. But it should be able to pick off Torn. Quick Attack will be able to pick off Torn. As well as 2 KO Crawdon, which is the play. So I am going to go for Quick Attack here. I'm hoping I got my calcs right. Like, obviously, that's, like, if he calcs Adamant. Yeah. Alright, that's game. That's 100% game. Because he has to go for knockoff here. My best play is actually just going out to Tangrowth. Because if he goes for Jet or Crab Hammer. Ooh, that's really cool. I mean, it doesn't matter. That's super cool that he has that. But I can go right for the... He just knocked it off anyway. But I can go right for the Giga Drain, and I am able to knock him out, and that will be good game. So definitely a great game versus this dude. He made a few plays that allowed me to adapt. Like, had he not made the Hydro Pump play with Rotom, had he went right for Volt Switch, I would have been in a harder position. But because he did make that Hydro Pump play, trying really, really hard to predict my Diggersby, I opted to go for the Diggersby play right there, and it ended up paying... It ended up... paying off for me, obviously. But again, I hope you guys all enjoyed this live gem. I hope you did your team. I hope I did your team a little bit of justice, at least a little. Was definitely a fun team to use. You can check out Mr. Jamvad, youtube.com/MrJamvad. He'll be the guy that says Mr. Jamvad in the comments. I'll probably have a sarcastic comment or a comment like, nice team, cool Diggersby, anything like that. But again, I hope you guys all enjoyed. You can pick up the Drop of Draco socks. Again, they're only available for one more day. So if you want to pick them up, now is the time. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Cue the outro.